This is question number 4 on the November 2013 higher non-calculator paper. So this is a question with 4 parts and it's worth 7 marks altogether. So it's actually pretty easy to get a lot of marks in this, and also pretty easy to lose if you actually mess up on each or several of the parts. The first part says simply simplify this expression. Now a lot of people don't do this particularly well. Simplify means basically to tidy it up, collect together like terms. So I can see I have a y term, I have some x's in there, and I have some numbers that are on their own. So I need to bring the y's all together. So I have positive 4y. There's no sign in front of it, so that means it's positive. So positive 4y, and if as I look through, there are no other y's in there, so I could write 4y in my answer space. Let's look at the x's next. I have 2x, positive 2x, and positive 3x. Positive 2x and positive 3x altogether add up to make 5x, or positive 5x. And then adding the numbers that are on their own, this is really important that you get this right. This is minus 3, and we're going to add to that 8. So minus 3 plus 8 is positive 5. You need to be pretty okay with getting this. A lot of people mess this up, and it's worth 2 marks. It's 2 easy marks, so make sure you're okay with it, make sure you're comfortable with it. And let's look at part B now. Part B says factorize fully. That means that you need to take out every factor from that expression and factorize it so it can't be simplified any further. Now, there are several ways to do this, and just to give you a guide of it, let's think about this. 9x squared means 9 times x times x. 9xx, that's 9x squared, minus 6xy. To factorize means put it into brackets. What number could go into 9 and 6? Well, that's going to be 3. 3 can go into 9, 3 can go into 6. And what letter is common to both terms? Well, there's an x that is common to both terms, and I'm going to put that outside as well. So if I do that, that's fully factorized. I've taken everything out, all the letters that are common and the numbers that could go into 9 and 6. Now I need to fill in the inside. So just think about 3x times what would give me 9x squared. So 3 times 3 is 9, x times x is x squared. So 3x should go inside the brackets there. There's a minus, and 3x times what would give me 6xy. Well, 3 times 2 is 6, and x times y would give me xy. And that's how you factorize that particular expression. Pretty straightforward. However, a lot of people, again, make errors with this, and it is one in which you should be able to get the full 2 marks for that. Let's look at part C next. Part C wants us to expand this expression, this bracket over here. So we have 4 brackets, x plus 2. So what I need to do, expand is another word for multiplying out. So I need to basically multiply everything inside the brackets by 4. Now, a lot of people do get this one right. Yeah, it is pretty straightforward. 4 times x is 4x, and 4 plus 4 times 2 is 8. That's why that's worth 1 mark. It's pretty straightforward, but again, you don't want to lose that 1 mark. You don't want to be 1 mark away from the next grade up. Let's look at part D. In part D, you've got this expression, and it says expand and simplify. So it wants you to multiply it out, expand, and it also wants you to simplify it. So it wants you to tidy up this expression. Now, there are several ways of doing this. First of all, I'm going to do the multiplying out way. So x times x, x times 3, x times x is x squared, x times 3, or positive 3, is 3x. Now let's do the 5, and that's actually minus 5. So minus 5 times x is minus 5x, and minus 5 times minus 3. Oh, actually it's plus 3. Minus 5 times plus 3. Let's just do 5 times 3 is 15. and a minus times a plus is a minus. So be very wary of that. Now if I left the answer like this, I'd only get 1 mark because I haven't yet simplified. Right? They want me to expand and simplify. And just as we've done in part A, I need to collect together like terms. So I have x squared. I only have one of those. X's, however, I have positive 3x and I have minus 5x. I could combine those together and that's going to give me minus 2x. And finally, I have minus 15. Now that's a surefire way to do that question, right, and make sure you get full marks in it. Go through this again, make sure you're happy with it. These type of questions come up quite often and they're easy to get full marks in, right? Make sure you understand it and you could do it.